Hi, Charlie King, Director of Instruction at Reynolds Golf Academy, and I want to talk to you about another one of our essentials. We've got 7 essentials, and one of those essentials is face angle. And so the leading edge of your golf club at the moment of impact is going to have the biggest deciding factor on where your golf ball ends up. The interesting thing that happens is that the club face being so small, a lot of us really don't pay much attention to it. We're basically reacting to it. You know, as we see it go to the right, we make this reaction of what we think would make it go straight. So many times we're turning our body thinking that that'll somehow make the ball go straighter, and we're not paying attention to the club face. So I brought a couple of sticks from other sports. So in tennis, you know, it's pretty intuitive. You take the racket, and if you've got the racket pointed this way, at the moment it hits the tennis ball, the ball goes down the line. If you come here and give it a little bit of a turn, it hits it cross court. So there aren't any real chronic slicers in tennis. I mean, the racket itself makes it pretty intuitive. Hockey, now not that I've really played any hockey, but it still is pretty intuitive. You're holding on to more of a diagonal stick, so that in and of itself tends to give you a sense of where this face is. It's much bigger. This is a goalie stick. And so if you were pointed that way, it'd go to the right, and if you're pointed that way, it would go to the left. So in golf, it's the same thing. You take a club face, and as you come to impact and you point the face to the left, that would make the ball go left. And as you leave the face pointed out to the right, that'd make the ball go to the right. So what we have to do is develop a sense for club face. And the number one way to do that is to do a drill called toe up to toe up in conjunction with a good grip, which we talked about in another segment. So we take our good grip and we move the club back. And so when you're back here, the leading edge or the toe is pointed up to the sky. So we call that toe up. So if you took it back and it's like that, the face is pointed down, that's considered a shut or closed club face. And if you take the face and open it, point it more to the sky, that's considered an open club face. So right here, the club face is considered square, and then it just gradually squares up coming to the golf ball. And then on the follow through, and again we're doing short swing here, it would be similarly toe up on this side. So that slight rotation of your arm and that little bit of rotation of your body squares up the club face, and that's not something that happens naturally. It's something that you have to work on. And so if you're slicing it, if you're hitting the ball to the right, then you should practice hitting it to the left on purpose. You don't really get to straight by thinking straight. You've got to get this club face rotating and then get the right amount. So we're going to start out, and I'm just going to demonstrate a toe up to toe up. So we go here, hit the ball on our way to here. And so when you finish, you get to see where the club face is. Let's do that again. And so now if you're slicing the ball, then you would come in and you'd take these last 3 fingers of your left hand, and we call it curling it down. So you'd curl it down so that your wrist is bowed, your fingers are like this. The club face then would be pointed left. And so now you'd hit a couple of shots that way, and that would make the ball go to the left. And then smaller and smaller versions of that, you'd learn how to hit it straight. If you're hitting too many hook shots, then we would have you take the handle of the club to the left and leave the face slightly open. So we'd hit these little fade shots. And that tends to get rid of a hook. But those type of drills, that's how you become great at the club face. It's more of an awareness thing. It's not an exact science. It's just a sense of what that club does. So work on the toe up to toe up drill. If you're slicing it, curl those fingers down. If you're hooking it, hit those little fades, and you're going to see a lot of improvement in your game. And come to ReynoldsGolfAcademy.com for more tips like that.